And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Meta VALORANT 2021, proudly presented by Optus and Torrens University of Australia. This is going to be the final map of tonight, and joined with me is none other than Reinhardt. Once again, let's get this done, dude.
Oh, let's get this bread indeed. And as you can see on screen, we've got Bass High School sitting on the defender side and St. John's on the attacking. As we can see, both sides already looking to sit out their agents at the currents. I do like the composition coming out from attackers a little bit, but we have yet to, finalize everything because what we can see from Bass is that they're still a little bit undecided. I like the looks of the Omen. If they do decide to pick on that side, it'll look pretty favorable for them. But just remember as well, this is a defending-based map. So the more, controller-based agents you have for the team, the stronger your defense will become as we're leading to this final game here tonight over at Meta HSE.
Yeah, look, I like the choices here. You can obviously have a swing and sleep. Obviously, SSLS is going to be getting the Omen, and on the side of defense, we might be looking in at the potential
Select
Phoenix
your
and Race
agent.
here. I like having the Race here because obviously it's good for attack and also lots of threat in the beginning to disable as soon as the opening does. And there is Reyna and Race both locked in, and it looks like to be the Phoenix and the Sage locking for the final agents on the defending side. That is going to be Base High School. Now, I don't know if this is the same person, but I am pretty sure I have seen SS Hina, Celeste, and Bingsu, Chopper Steve. I'm pretty sure I've casted the games sometime in the past. Maybe it's the one of the other official Riot tournaments, but if it is gonna be the same person, we're gonna be having a banger of a match. And obviously, not gonna be putting any call outs out there to Base High School. We want to see what both teams in the composition has been able to achieve throughout this current semester, and obviously to see if they are going to be advancing and taking home all the best of the best tonight.
As we can see straight off the bat, first round, it looks like it's going to be a focus towards A sites, as a lot of attention is actually sitting towards B on the other side of the spectrum. So St. John's do have the slight advantage at this current, just because of like the lack in defense we are seeing on this mini map. But it's a little too soon to speak for certain. But like what I find interesting is how quickly you can actually just jump from B to A, and the limits in sights makes it easier for the defending position to be able to, come together and really turn this around as the round has begun and both sides looking to be aggressive already. As CBF is the first person to be taken out in this round.
Going up.
Yeah, Hina is supreme when it comes to Julie in the beginning. Getting the open frag, obviously, is going to be having a lot of advantages. Obviously, 5 guns is better than 4, and Julie in the beginning, where both sides having the weaker guns to start off, means that if you're going to collapse onto one angle, you're going to always have more firing power. So, really looking to clutch here. Asian Fried Rice is going to be here to try to eventually deny the push, but gets taken by SS Oppo.
Yep, and that's giving him the opportunity to actually take on site and take this upper hand. You've got all 5 members still alive versus
Spike
3.
planted.
Already blocking out Heaven's side as much as possible, but they've also given themselves away, so that's going to be information feeding over to St. John's as they are now taking advantage of this point. They're going to try and see if they can keep on the ball here. Spike is planted, ticking away. Zoppo sitting on the side, does catch him off guard. He's going to be shooting from underneath. He's going to try and catch out JC and Quadriloop as they're trying to poke out where they can. Just jumping up and down quite a bit. Chopper Steve trying to help beat a distraction as actually it just goes over to Bingsu, claiming 3 kills in the first round of today's match.
That is actually really impressive. Great execute coming from the side of St. John's Park. I'm actually a little bit impressed with the way that they slowly dismantled the operations at A, and the response was a little bit too slow on the side of defending. Base High School right here is going to be falling through the early stages of a deficit. Right now, all the members of the attacking side did remain healthy throughout that round, and so they're gonna have the early guns, the main armors, all the majors coming in, and they are looking to take this one really easily right after getting the early scam. So I'm not sure how they're gonna be able to defend here.
It's not looking pretty. It's not looking well because all of them have decided to sit on the classic pistol in round 2, whereas on the attacking side, St. John's, every single member has 50 shields and Spectres. So they're really looking to try and, lay out all the cards possible with CBF sitting on half health. They've already lost JC in this second round.
Right
And
here.
it looks like they're going to try and catch them off guard by claiming mid. Going to get those flanks where possible. One member completely disconnected from the rest of... Oh, I actually forgot the other team's name for a second
Last
there.
player standing.
Bass, that's it. Bass High
Bass.
School. And they're going to try and catch on top. And Asian Fried Rice, the last member to be taken down, as that 3 kills going over to Bingsu again in the second round with the credit of that Spectra.
Yeah, look, when you have when you stay on classic and you buy nothing else, just go for the full investment. You're pretty much saying that you want to get lucky and try to maybe do as much economic damage and maybe go for a miracle play in that second round. Don't really want to put too much investment into it, and that's exactly what the side of Base High School has decided to go with. So having a flawless coming from the side of St. John's Park wasn't a surprise. And right now they are gonna having the first round of guns from Bass High School. Hopefully they can achieve a better pivotal result where 2 players is gonna be doing their best to hold against this push from 5-man stack.
Yeah, first time they're going to get caught out completely.
Oh,
Asian Fried Rice gets 3 kills. JC taking 1, so there's not going to be a full-on ace, but they are doing pretty well. Last member alive, Hina. Going to try and get as much as possible. The Shroud goes down, takes quite a bit of damage. He's on half health. And CBF jumping straight around the corner, has it. Oh, and a headshot. Flickering straight on the point, claiming the first point for Bass High School leading into this charge.
Hey, when I said they need to get desperate into getting this defense, they just gave us everything that they promised. A massive shout out to Asian Fried Rice picking up a big defense here. Triple kill and damaging Hina all the way down to a little bit for his final captain to go in and claim that kill. So now they're going to be sitting quite well into that one, and coming into the guns here is going to be our attacking team, St. John's Park High School. They have the guns and they have the full investment. Hopefully they will do something different after that last massive failed attack.
Well, talk about failed attack. I do see Omen sitting in mid lane. He is completely taking control, but does get taken down from the long vision. And then we see him get taken out as well as Hina claims a nice little headshot of his own. That he's going to be able to try and take on B willingly. And you've got Sage running around over at attacker spawn, completely taking the circle around to B. And all attention is sitting on A, except for Sage, who's on B. And so I like this. Like that they're really trying to play a very strong, I guess, shadow-based maneuver. Like, you know, they start off with all the tension on A, one person stays nearby, and they're going to try and just keep them delayed as long as possible. And there's another kill going over to Bingsu with a nice headshot. And they're going to try and push straight through as Bingsu is going to try and peek through the Shroud. Does fly a few bullets through. Now they're going to switching through back to A again. There's a heal coming out. Bingsu manages to dash away. Voice getting taken down. That's 2 kills going over to St. John's again.
30
One
seconds
member
left.
alive as Fried Rice is going to have to try and play this very confidently as he does get the first headshot. Turning it to a 3v1. Pops the Empress as well. Going to try and get caught out. Now he's forced to see a little bit defensive. Going to try and shadow them a little bit, but there's the wall coming down. Gets destroyed,
10
actually.
seconds left.
As now we're seeing the spike get planted.
Spike planted.
Like I say, this is looking pretty strong. Like, you know, they're actually able to try and still make something of this, even though they're being caught out in a man disadvantage. But he's going to straight on top. Oh, does try and peek around the corner, but won't exactly find success as Oppo managed to flank from the side, getting a nice headshot, winning the 3rd point of this game.
Yeah, I am a little bit dumbfounded by the defensive execute coming here from Bass High. Obviously, CBF, the captain, did go in to pick up Celeste in the early round. However, got traded, and that left B a very weak-sided. And then losing B to one person, and then mid control being traded out, it's obviously going to be saying that you're going to be just giving up that whole B side by yourself. Could be like just in the beginning trying to feel each other out, but that mistake was a heavy sin on the side of Bass High. So it wasn't too bad having the Empress dueling it out to them, but they have to be careful now as the ult is coming in.
Yep, an amazing predicted display coming out from Sober. Now they're going to try and turn it around. JC peeking through, gets a nice shot. Wall comes up after they did expect that wall to go down. Now we can see Cypher putting down the trap to try and catch him in heaven. Oh, attention, sitting on the side, going to try and catch him off guard. But at this point, you've also got Sober, who's looking to flank the rest of their team as Hina. He's going to wait behind, see if he can try and catch someone off guard. There he is. Tries to go against a Phantom. Gets caught out altogether. His quadrillip gets taken down. one member, sorry, 2 versus 1. Actually, no, 3 versus 1. As JC's going to try and catch him off guard, but he is flanked off. Manages to peek through the only crack needed to take down Omen on the other side, killing his copycat. Now he's going to try and turn this around, but ticking away as the Spike gets both kills. Complete turnaround, and that's going to be the 2nd point over to Bass High School on the defense.
Oh, that was huge! A massive ace clutch coming from JC here. I can't help but gap in amazement. That tiny little bit of gap spelled downfall for Celeste. Very unfortunate sitting behind that sage wall, and very unfortunate on the side of St. John's Park High School. They didn't think they were going to lose that one, but that only goes to show how amazing JC is coming in from Best High School, defending that clutch moment for his team, as well as picking up the ace. It is huge. I believe this man only done it with the pistol. I don't think he did it on anything else, and he was just able to swing it for his team, and right now he bought precious time and precious effort in. But Asian Front Rush just gets instantly run over.
Yeah, gets deleted instantly, but JC now trying to come to the defense. He is sitting back, trying to make sure he doesn't get taken out too soon, which is really smart. Now Bingsu is going to try and sit up in heaven, see if he can catch somebody off guard. The rest of the team sitting nearby. It's 4 versus 4. Plant a spike. A lot of firing through the shroud. See if we catch them off guard. And then they're going to sit and see if they can flank. But they are going to be, dealing reduced damage because of terrain coming straight through. And CBF gets a nice headshot with Spectre. Chopper Steve claiming a kill. CBF turning it around with 2 kills. And Oppo is going to try and keep things alive. It is now down 2-2. And Bongo is going to try and catch him off. Oh, a nice headshot to catch him out. He gets caught out, Bongo, but Celeste gets taken down through the shroud as Quadrilope manages to claim the final kill, defusing the spike and taking it to a nice tie.
Wow, that was very, very awesome coming from Bass High School. They defended that really well, but I do have to give another massive shout out to JC right there. He was able to defend. He saw that he was at a disadvantage, but he waited anyway between him and Hina. And at the same time, the rest of his team was able to clutch. They said, all right, you know what? Since he decided to stack this A play and go for the early plant, right after that, we are just going to retake because we have the better position. We can, pretty much set up a kill box for you, and you walked into our trap. At the same time, Hina is being disconnected. So I'm pretty sure there is a DC and there's a pause currently coming in. I don't want to be playing this one without him. And then afterwards, if it does disconnect, doesn't rejoin, it will obviously be the 1-man lost for 2 rounds. So we will see if they're going to be coming back. But right now, Rampa, coming from a play-by-play perspective, what do you think that both sides is doing well?
What I really love in coming out from St. John's is that they are really aggressive on the attack and they set themselves up to try and, control the point as long as possible. But what's really turning around is they get flanked from the sides quite easily. When they hide underneath heaven like that, they do leave themselves exposed and they are boxed in. If 2 members are still alive and there's only 1 remaining, they'll be able to easily just box him in and just take him out. And what I'm finding really as a strong point when it comes to the defenders is that Reyna, I believe it is Asian Fried Rice, really good with his flickering. So he's able to try to catch them off guard, even if it turns into a 2v1 on the spot. Now we can see JC popping, also trying to get much information as possible. Oh, he doesn't return back to spawn. Now he's going to take it down to a 4v5.
I know exactly.
Takes a nice little hit. And Cypher managed to pop the ulti on top, gets all the vision needed to try and catch them out. The rest of the team's going to be sitting on the side, going to try and catch what they can. Trap is laid. If anyone goes in, they will be spotted, and there will be a lot of attention right on top of it. As a nice little res coming in as well from Chopper Steve to turn the tide back into a 5v4. And now we've got 2 ultis sitting on the defense, 1 on attack, as now he's popping an ulti. Sitting on the other side, catches him off guard. He returns to spawn this time. And all the while, the rest of St. John's is now traveling down mid. It's going to be making a run around back to A again, catching him off guard.
This is the mouse, this is kind of mouse situation, seriously. They lost 1 member in mid and they say, alright, quickly, they over-rotated and here we are. And Guadalupe have to lock this down. I got us, but it's a little bit late coming in. Can't really go out, can't really shoot to give himself away.
Cultural Loop making the most of that door, staying down to try and catch somebody, but does get taken down as Bingsu manages to stay out on the flank in the shadows. He is known now. He's going to run around a little bit, try and reset himself. They are trying to catch some vision around. They're going to be shooting through the wall, but they did forget that Bingsu was on the side. And CBF managed to claim the first kill. Oppo trying to claim another. Oh, CBF manages to turn it around. And while he reloads, a nice return around. Now Bongo nearby. Oh, he runs around, but Bongo does have the better tracking and manages to stay on, getting a kill, as well as claiming another point for the rest of his team, setting defenders now in the lead.
4-3, defending side absolutely running away with this. The credits are going to be just fine. On the side of St. John's Park High School, they can afford to buy in, but after this one, if they still do lose, they're going to be struggling a little bit into a potential momentum rolling, could be 5-3 to 6-3. And if just looking at them, they maybe not want to execute on a 5-man stack onto this A anymore, and maybe try to play a little bit towards the mid side and see if they can swing to a B deficit. Playing default is fine, and playing aggressive is also okay, but it is just not working against Boss Leaf as a base high. So base high right now absolutely happy that they can overtake the lead, and they can put all sorts of pressure and forcing the rest of St. John's Park High School to be thinking a little bit differently into their current strategy.
I like when they change their strategy around as Hinek manages to claim a kill through mid. They do gain advantage now with the scout bot trying to see if he can fish somebody out, but there is a lot of attention towards B side. They are sitting in mid, so they have a choice between A and B still, as Sage now converges with the rest of the group, has the spike in hand and is going to look to try and see what better opportunity they have. Is it going to be A or B? That is the question on mind, as St. John's now passively progressing through their defenses. Going to try and stay in mid lane as we see Bongo off to the side, ready to catch one of them out. But being so disconnected, they will be sort of caught out a little bit. And there's the wall coming out. Bongo's going to throw out his fireball. He's not going to catch anybody out, and they're going to completely converge on top of the defense. As Bongo managed to claim the first kill trade. He's going to try and shoot through the pistol, but no! It gets taken down as Hinek managed to get through the shroud, gets the first kill. Asian Fry does take him down as well. Now Oppo's nearby, he's going to try and catch somebody, but Asian catches him off guard just before the shroud. And Celeste is sitting just off to the side. He gets caught out as well, and that's going to be a nice return, bringing the fight back to a tie between both teams.
I'm actually a little bit surprised. See what I mean? Like, if they're able to just keep on executing like that, getting that mid control in, they can choose to swing the... Now, let me hold my tongue, as they might be pivoting towards the same kind of play as before. And, oh no, hang on, they are going to rotate. Great. Right now, they are going to send Base High School on the defending side a little bit on the deficit. Credit's not doing so well, so they are going to just maybe, yeah, they are going to invest into one judge coming from Asian Fried Rice, going onto the solo defense on A, while the rest is going to be playing and trying to aggressively take a defense, trading in as much economic damage as they can.
Yeah, well... Looking currently, defense all sitting on pistols. Oh, JC manages to catch him off guard through the shard and the ulti up from Bingsu and gets a nice headshot. It's now 4 versus 5. That's quite a bit of damage also coming out as Hina manages to Skype through the wall, actually. As they now try and turn it around, they're still staying towards B. It's a nice split side between A and B from the defenders. Bass looking to try and keep the defenses strong. Mid is completely exposed. They're only peeking through it from behind. They're going to try and blind some vision as they try to reset themselves a little bit, gain this momentum, need to try and stay alive. All attention is toward mid lane, though, on the side of St. John's. They have all opportunities available. They have all alternatives. They can decide A or B, and at this point, going straight through, they're going to catch up to Market. Scout bot trying to catch somebody off guard. There is nobody nearby, but how long will it work for us? They try to catch through Celeste, patiently resetting that ADS, does get those hits. Nice headshot. Gets through, gets caught out by Bongo, but Bongo still gets taken down as he's versing a Vandal. And now the rest of the team's converting straight onto B. Asian Fried Rice, last member alive, has the judge available, but he has a lot going against him as he's trying to get through. 2 bullets left in his backpack. Still claims the kill. And now he doesn't have Emperor. He's not going to use Empress yet, but he might opt towards. As he's now one man on his own. He manages to trade guns, now sitting with a Phantom in backpack. He's looking to see if he can catch somebody off guard, but there's the bot coming out from Cypher. No, they know exactly where he is. Gets blinded. Now we're going to see Asian Fried Rice going to try and turn things around again. This is the second time we've actually seen him come into a fight. He's going to try and catch him off guard. And Chopper Steve able to avoid getting that terrain damage through the wall. He's going to sit nearby, and there's the headshot from Opera as he peeks around the corner, and it's going to be another point over to St. John's on the attack.
Yeah, St. John's played that one perfectly. Obviously, they had the gun advantage. They have all the fields that they needed to play around against Best High School. Best High School, that judgment did work. They did manage to pick up 2 kills out of it, but not enough. I think the first one was when JC picked up, I believe that was Bingsu on that ult. That was really unfortunate. In the beginning because they were looking to fast play it and obviously get really aggressive with that Blaze Storm. So that ult got shut down on the Jet, which obviously played a little bit of deficit on their side on the plans. And Hina does get that scan in, but waiting for the second one to go through. Meanwhile, they're just gonna get some spam through. Not really doing a lot of damage, but could have been dangerous.
A couple of fires shot here. Sorry,
Oh.
a couple of shots fired here and there, trying to get in the crossfire. 2 kills over to Celeste, double headshots actually. Now they're going to try and reset a little bit as they catch Bingsu off guard, but Bongo nearby does get caught out himself after claiming 1 kill. There's now 1 member to 3 actually taken down. Now CBF's going to try and get what he can while running through market. Throws out the bot. He's going to try and catch people off to the side. We're going to see Chopper. Sorry, Steve. Quadriloop does get a kill, but there's 2 more coming back out again. Last member alive, Quadriloop. The res almost made forfeit. It is now 1 versus 3, and he has got all entrances covered. He won't be able to find anything easily just yet, but now he's going to try and catch him off guard. Quadriloop gets blinded, managed to take down the wall, but will get caught out on the side by Chopper Steve for a headshot, claiming yet another point for St. John's on the attack.
I gotta say, a very unfortunate moment where your ult doesn't get the result, and at the same time, that result also came with the Empress attached. The Empress was also invested on the side of Best High. Asian Fried Rice probably not feeling themselves right there. Losing that ult, unfortunately, has to rebuild it once again, so they can work off with 2 ults to the 1 on the side of St. John's Park High School. We will see, because this round is looking to be buckets and judges. Nothing but high firepower for that short mid-range. They might just get really aggressive.
Oh, well, we did see before when Asian Fried Rice did actually get a kill with just 2 bullet shots coming out from Judge. Now turning it around, Judges not exactly finding great success. CBF gets taken out. Last member alive, Bongo. He's going to throw out the fireballs at the entrance, see if he can catch somebody off guard, but he is 1 man on his own, and through the shrouds, Celeste actually claims a headshot, and yet another round over to St. John's. The big difference I am finding between these 2 teams is that when St. John's invest, they make sure they still have enough for another round to be able to catch on to those Vandals, whereas on the other side of the spectrum, I am seeing Best invest all they can into getting those Vandals and Phantoms, but when they lose that round, they don't have the econ available to actually bring themselves back into this. They have to sacrifice yet another round to hit full-on econ Emperor.
Yeah, that is when you don't manage your econ properly and you think you can't get lucky with one of the things. The adaptability coming in from St. John's is much more superior than Best High, where Best High picking up 4 really amazing rounds but having nothing to re-strategize when St. John's Park is ready to play, and JC gets taken by Hino, that big operator. And that is what Hino's known for as well.
Yeah, once you hit operator stage and you know how to use it, a single bullet shot to the chest without terrain damage is really going to make the difference as Celeste manages to shoot the foot of Asian Fried Rice. And now he's going to try and see if he can claim himself a kill as he gets caught out, but still manages to catch him even after the flicker. And the problem with taking the orb to make yourself intangible is really becoming a bit of a problem because of how long it takes for you to actually pull out your gun and load it after returning back to the real world. And another shot getting taken out. Bingsu getting taking down Quadriloop. CBF getting a nice kill through the terrain. Now Bongho nearly on his own again. Get the kill, but gets flanked again. He manages to claim 2 shots, but Oppo managing to turn the tides. It is now 2 versus 1 with CBF yet again the last member remaining. But he's also been able to actually pick up a Vandal throughout this round as well.
I'm not liking his chances right now. 1 or 2 must clutch. He is going to be throwing the rest of his utility in. No more bots, nothing, no patches, no ults. And this is just CBF hardcore going in. 9 bullets in the deck and gets tagged.
He does. He tries to flicker onto at least Celeste, but Celeste just proves to be ultimate victor after that crossfire.
Yeah, 8-4, and the side is going to be switched right now. St. John's Park High School with the full round deficit in the lead. did massively amazing, right? In the beginning, they dropped those 4 rounds looking like they haven't really warmed up to this competition, to going all the way to retaking that mid and regaining the control, realizing where all of the mistakes that they have committed is going to be something that they worked upon immediately, and that gave him the rest of the rounds with a massive result. And Best High School hasn't really adjusted to that kind of tension. We didn't see any operator or any marshals in play on their side. They didn't have any of that mid control, where it sort of just felt like that they were just waiting for the rest of the attacking team to be coming to them, which resulted in both sides not being heavily defended, and we will see if they can turn it around.
Leading into the 13th round of this game, it is a complete reset on both sides. St. John did amazing on attack, and all they need to do is just claim another 5 points while staying on defense. So the tides are now turning in their favor yet again. Looking like a nice switcheroo, as they did start off made quite a bit of noise. Now they're focusing towards mid. The only difference is Oppo has already got his sights set and ready to go, and they know they're not going to be focusing on B. You've got one member running around, but they're trying to turn this around. Bingso maybe claim 2 kills with a classic. Tries to dash the side, doesn't get through a train, gets 3 kills. Look, might be actually clutching on to get to the 4th, actually. This is now nearby. Yep, gets straight through. A flawless round, but gets taken out by his own teammate's shock dart.
Well, this is when, yeah, you know that your team is jealous of your achievement. So, Hino absolutely executing in the correct place. Bingsu's probably used to it by now. Taking that amazing 4K and also getting taken out and saying, all right, so you've done way too much for us. 9-4, the early guns come to St. John's Park High School. They're going to have that early advantage, picking up the Spectres, picking up the Armors, and on the side of Base High School, this is going to look a little bit rough.
I do like their strategy a little bit more. We did see this last round when they were on attack, actually. Second round, all Spectres with full shields. And they're going to try and capitalize as much on this investment as possible, as the rest of the team is still sitting in mid. They do have very good positioning, as Hina does catch one off guard, but is being outmatched a little bit. Hina's going to try and see if he can reset a little bit. There's the vision bot needed, as Chopper Steve manages to flank and gets a nice kill. A heal coming out. The bot has, sorry, the spike is now laying in mid, and it's going to be another flawless round over to St. John's, as they're claiming 2 points on the defense.
Yeah, that was really well done. You know, I was actually half expecting him to shoot Bingsu once again, but doesn't want to get overly penalized and BM over his team. It is now 10-4. The real guns are going to come up on Best High School. They need to do something and win that mid fight. That mid fight proving to be all sorts of problems. All of them not picking up any kills, so they're all on 2 to 3 right now. Not having that old charge is going to be meaning that if they don't pick up the immediate kills in this round, the later rounds is going to be pretty much lights out, and we don't want to be seeing that. So Base High School, let's see what you can do.
Yeah, Base now making a move towards A immediately. All 5 members nearby. No one is dragging behind and trying to catch out the flank. Throws both blind darts, gets caught out immediately by Chopper Steve. The defensive positioning coming out from St. John's is unrivaled at this point, as they're now leaving it down to 2 members. All 5 members still alive. Tries to catch one. Oh! A flawless round with the final shot being a headshot, with the blade coming out from Bingsu yet again.
A good St. John's Park High School, when you came to attack, was a little bit shaky at the start, but when it comes to defense, I think these guys are the perfect shield here. We have a whole bunch of people coming in, trying to attack, and at the side they say, you know what, our defense is a lot better and a lot more clean, and we're going to deny you round after round. And looking at this right here, only Bongo is close to the Phoenix runner back, while the rest is remaining on 3, and this is really bad. They will have Spectres.
Yeah, and we did see as well before that in the last round, Bash actually fully invested in getting their Phantoms and Vandals, and this time they are forced to sort of, backstep a little bit and coming straight through. Hina still managed to keep the tracking strong and gets a kill on top of CPF. Asian Fried Rice turns the tides and brings it back to a 4 versus 4. They successfully plant the spike this round, and they do have a good defensive positioning in place. They do have what they can, but Bongo gets caught out altogether, gets taken out. That is 2 kills over the Bingsu. The Bingsu also meeting his matchmaker, JC, claiming another kill as well. Oh, Asian Fried Rice takes quite a bit of damage. It is now 2 versus 1, but can they catch him off guard, as Celeste does manage to get caught out, but managed to avoid a lot of damage, actually. Now he's going to try and turn the tide a little bit. The spike is ticking down. Going to try and catch somebody off guard, as Celeste completely blinded, gets taken down by Fried Rice while inside the shroud.
Yeah, look, they finally got one. Massive credits to Best High School. They finally got the round they were looking for after having round after round denied on flawless victories. This ain't Mortal Kombat. This is Valorant. So hopefully they can keep on rolling and get the competition back in. They are buying it in. They are also investing into vendors, getting all the majors up. We haven't really seen Asian Fried Rice able to fully commit. And we have a Bulldog coming on CBF. This could be the thing that they are looking for. Hopefully keep on playing the same kind of strategy until they bait St. John's Park High School to deficit. Oh, and that was amazing! CBF disabling Bingsu on that big operator investment.
Yeah, first round hitting it, gets taken out immediately while peeking through mid. Now the rest of the team's going to come straight through. Chopper Steve claiming the first headshot, will get blinded. Tries to get blinded a second time, but manages to avoid. Ned's bomb coming through. He's going to try and catch him off guard, but run it back, saves him for a little bit longer. But Chopper Steve knows he's nearby. He's sitting around the corner. He's going to stay passive for that a little bit longer. It is 4 versus 3. The bot comes in, manages to catch him off guard, but the delay with the stairs gives him a helping hand. But CBF with that operator claims a nice kill. Now setting themselves up to try and control this point for as long as possible. JC at very minimal health. One leg shot is all it'll take to take him down. But they do have a 4-man advantage coming to this round. This might be the turning point needed for Bash to actually bring it alive as the remaining members of St. John's try to get what they can, but that's the second operator shot. Operator nearby. It is a complete jumping around the corner. Oh, nice headshot. Waiting for nearby. He's going to try and defuse. He fakes it, gets on top, but it won't be enough as the spike blows up, and that's going to be, I believe, the second or third round going over to Bash in a row.
Yeah, the second in a row. Best High School, they did that really, really well, especially where CBF took that Bulldog and used it to his advantage. Disabling Bingsu on that big operator, took the top fragger out on the opposing team, and then rested that massive operator and then using it against his own team. That was amazing. And we still do have the BM coming in. St. John's Park High School, they are going to get at least another big boy Odin to come in. It's always good to see. And if they give these advantages back into Best High and Best High punishes them, rightfully so, they can bring this one back. It's not lights out just yet. It's only 5 rounds and that is easily recoverable.
Yes, and they still have 2 rounds comfortability to reduce stress. He now managed to get a nice little headshot, but will get taken out by JC on the side with a headshot as well. Now we're going to try and come straight through. Celeste sitting in tree. He's going to keep himself available with that Odin in his backpack. Gets caught out. Oh! Spike carrier's down. Now all side's going to be towards A as the remaining members try and keep their position as strong as possible. Mid is in control for Bass High School, but it is a different side of the story for St. John's. There's the ball coming through. Oh, completely gets caught out altogether as well as CBF pops the ulti. Now Celeste a little bit behind with the tracking, but still managed to catch on top as Chopper Steve claims 2 to 3 kills in that last portion of the round.
St. John's Park High School says, once you drop the spiking outside, you do not get to run away with it. You're going to have to drop your whole team and try to come in. And that's exactly what Best High did. But when you see your Odin chasing you from behind, there is no way you can run for it. So they did try to recover the spike. Unfortunately, they got punished for it. What's good about this round is that they can still just get the minimal buy and they have 2 ultimates to go with. They need to use it efficiently and trade as much as they can. Because look at the Odins on the side of St. John's Park High School. They got 4 members with them.
Oh my god, an entire round just exploded through the terrain. Narrowly damages almost anybody, actually. Now with 1 less magazine in his pocket, he's going to have to play this a little bit differently. Bingsu's going to try and aim through terrain as well, as they do catch him off guard with the scout pod. Oh, I think I'm seeing at least 3 to 4 Odins, actually.
Yeah.
From St. John's, and just a Phantom to sort of mix things up a little bit. And CBF going to try and catch him off guard. Oh, quickly peeks around the corner, avoids getting taken down. There is a lot of defense coming out from St. John's as they are just spraying and praying through terrain. The last clip available for Bingsu. But the rest of the team's going to try and catch him off guard as there he is sitting underneath in the corner. Catches him off guard. Hina claims the first kill. Going to try and shock dart through, but gets caught out by JC underneath. CBF claims the kill, but gets taken down himself. The spike is planted. It is now 1 to 2 in favor for St. John's. And there's the blades coming through. And that is going to be the final kill of the game, going over to Bingsu with a nice headshot and a complete game finisher in favor for St. John's.
Oh man, Reinhardt, that was
Defenders
just
win.
the last Odin difference between the two teams. You buy one Odin, you test the waters. If that works, you buy the rest. And that's exactly what St. John's Park High School did. Gotta say, in the beginning, we were hoping for a banger match. We did get it, obviously, with base high, getting that execute in the defense correctly. But as soon as the readjustment came through for St. John's Park High School, and of course, getting on the switch, you saw the one-way beatdown coming in from St. John's Park High School. Congratulations to them. They did absolutely amazing. Credits to CBF for leading his team and obviously getting as much kills and advantages to his team as possible. But when it came to getting the right economy and getting the right switches on their side, they felt a little bit flat on the switch. And I'm not sure if the investment with Sage was correctly utilized on that last play.
Yeah, and just looking at it, like, Bingsu, an absolute unrivaled competitor. The first round, both on attack and defense, he performed amazingly well. Like, we all saw on screen, he just flawlessly deleted enemies left, right, and center. And I think for at least 2 to 3 rounds on both attack and defense, they actually managed to hit flawless. All members alive, they managed to cap down whatever possible, and just it felt like a team deathmatch couple of rounds actually when the spike was still available, but no one was able to plant it.
No, indeed. Right now we do have the MVP, and the MVP is a very close shave between both Bingsu and Hina, but it is ultimately going to be going to SS Bingsu, coming from St. John's Park High School. Congratulations, you took one for the team, and Hina also decided to give it to you by shock darting you to death as well on the team kill. But I have to say, Bingsu, with an opening frag on that jet, did get punished only once in the beginning by JC, but right after that was able to flourish in amazement, was not being checked at all, and every time you took Bingsu to the graves, he already took 2 or 3 of your teammates down on the side of Base High School. Both sides didn't do as bad or even amazingly in that perspective, but it is going to be that challenge where we come back in every single match, every single round and week to improve ourselves as a team and as a whole. Tonight, a massive congratulations once again to St. John's Park High School. If you are a viewer in this amazing Twitch chat, please follow at twitch.tv/MetaHSE1 and 2. So, sorry, MetaHSE and MetaHSE2. I don't know why I said 1, but it does not matter. Please follow us if you like it and want to see a lot more of this and make it even more special. And please follow my man at Reinhardt over there for all of his latest casts and his awesome streams. And guys, that is going to be it for us. I hope you enjoyed everything that we had offered tonight. We'll be back again on Tuesday with League of Legends, Wednesday on Rocket League, and of course Thursday on Valorant. So we will see you then, and may you have a very, very awesome weekend.